Today I'm going to talk about 3 things, and this is all to do with how to learn how to play something that sounds really complex, and it is pretty complex. But how do you do that? 3 things. I'm going to talk about muscle memory, the 4 stages of competence, and then I'm going to show you how to go about learning something like this. So firstly, muscle memory. What is it? We humans wouldn't be able to navigate our way around the world without muscle memory. If you catch a ball, someone throws you a ball, or an apple in this case, your fingers grasp it as it lands. Now, you're not thinking, as the ball comes down, I must close my fingers around that ball. It just does it. Like that. That's muscle memory. Your hand has remembered how to catch a ball. You don't have to think about it. You're a typist, touch typing. They can just listen to words and their fingers go on the keys. That's muscle memory. The keys have remembered where to go. When you're driving a car, I'll come on to that in a minute. So there are 4 stages of competence. And we'll relate this to playing the piano and driving a car. 4 stages of competence. The first is unconsciously incompetent. And that is where you don't even know it exists. You don't even know a piano exists. And you definitely can't play it. The second stage is consciously incompetent. So you know that the piano exists. You've maybe got one hidden away in the cellar, and you know it exists, but you can't play it. You're incompetent. You might have tried a couple of times. Maybe got one in the front room, but you're frightened of it because it seems too difficult. You're consciously incompetent. The third stage is consciously competent. So that's when you're getting to know how to play the piano. You can play Let It Be. You can play. But you have to think. Every time you make a change, you have to think where your hands are going. If you're driving a car, you've got in the car and you're thinking, right, I've got to put the gear in there, and now I've got to release the clutch. It becomes automatic eventually, and that's when you are unconsciously competent. So when you're unconsciously competent on the piano, which is what we're aiming for, I would say I'm in stage 4, unconsciously competent. If you say to me, play a chord of B flat, I just go, I know where it is. Let's get the piano sound. I just know where it is. If you say, play a blues, and I can do all those little tricks, I'm unconsciously competent, and I can do it without thinking too much about it. I can sing and play at the same time, no problem. And muscle memory has a really big part to play in this. So, muscle memory. That's how you learn to play something that seems really difficult. When I learnt to play that little introduction to Riders on the Storm, and it's Ray Manzarek playing the keyboard, and he had a bass piano up there above his, and an organ and a Fender Rhodes piano. And this is what he played. I've watched it. So to get my hand to do that, I had to think about it like mad at first. But here's what I did. I went on and on and on. Started slow. Then speed it up gradually. Let me get on the other screen so you can see what I'm doing. And went over and over and over, so that hand does it automatically. I don't have to think about it. I'm unconsciously competent at playing that left-hand bass line. Then I watched his right hand and listened very hard to what he was doing. I always get mixed up when I get down to the bottom bit. And if I slow that right down, When I first started, it was so difficult it wasn't where my hands were used to going. I'm doing something really new when I was learning that. But by constantly practicing it, speeding it up, I can't actually do it without doing that in my left hand now. I'm unconsciously competent. If I think about it, I mess it up. If I get to a gig and think, oh God, am I going to make a mess of this today? And I think about what I'm going to do, I'll be all over the place. It'll be really dangerous. But because I'm unconsciously competent, I can just think, right, I'm now going to play Riders on the Storm, and my fingers do that. And you can get to that stage. You absolutely can get to that stage. And the method to get to that stage is, as I say, start really slowly, get that left hand going. Keep a rhythm going. Once you've got the riff, do it over and over and over again. It's funny, you don't get bored because you're making music. Then with your right hand, forget your left hand for now. Rolls along, doesn't it? Then eventually you'll be doing Riders on the Storm. So that's muscle memory. Repeat an action over and over and over again, and eventually your fingers will just go there. It'll just happen, like somebody touch typing or catching an apple. Your hands just grip it immediately as when the apple lands. You don't have to think about it. So that's muscle memory. Keep working on it. Keep not working. Keep playing with it. It'll be really difficult at first, but eventually, one day you'll wake up, you'll sit at the piano, and it'll just happen. It will just happen, believe me. So, if you'd like to learn the piano, I'd love you to join me at Rebel Piano. It's all about learning songs and getting a feel for the music right from the word go, not doing stupid hard exercises and learning about theory and all that. If you want to do that, you need to go to a traditional piano teacher. But if you want to come to Rebel Piano, we learn songs, modern rock and roll songs, modern songs from my era mostly, Everly Brothers songs, Beatles songs, just great music, and of course the Doors.